Let's move to Michigan, who new names are buzzing for because they still apparently want more players in the portal. Who knew, Carter?
Wait,
we'll
call
go to you in a second. I have a quick question. Who knew that when you have 11 guys on your team on scholarship, you could still get more? Who knew that? I thought you couldn't. I thought you were not supposed to try to get more players when you already had 11. But Michigan's actually trying to get more to build their roster out. Yes, Carter?
Well, I just want to address some comments that were made by you on a couple past episodes. I actually have a list that I kind of compiled of players that you said you were going to get. And let's see where we have here. Okay. Of course, we don't.
I call bullshit that there's anything written on that page right now, by the way. All for show.
There's nothing, but I got the list in here.
Give me the list. Give me the list.
Terrence Shannon, bye-bye. We all know that. It's all about that. Bye-bye. Are we saying goodbye to Amani Bates?
No. Amani Bates will end up at Michigan. I'm standing by that.
I was told that Pete Nance would be at Michigan.
I never said that. I said they contacted him.
Okay. I was told Malachi Smith would be at Michigan.
I never said that. I said they contacted him. They
did. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I see we're slipping out with the loophole contacted here, but okay.
They did. No, to be very clear, in fact, in our last episode, when I was yelling about how Daddy Brad owns us, I was saying that they are Michigan's entire plan seemed to be, wait for Houston and Diabate to leave, and then we'll just get Malachi Smith and Pete Nance. And I was like, no, you're delusional. That's never going to happen because you're not going to go to head with Gonzaga and get a at this point, you're not going to go to head with Illinois and get a transfer you want. And Illinois probably wants Pete Nance. We're going to talk about that in a second. So yeah, those are all guys that Michigan targeted. I think they should be targeting those guys. I wish Michigan State targeted those guys. You probably do too, but they got none of them. And now the targets move because there's still 2 open scholarships and this team needs impact players. And that's 2 guys that we're ready to talk about now. One of whom, Emmanuel Akot from Boise State. He is a former big recruit, went to Arizona for 2 seasons, played with DeAndre Ayton at Arizona, and then transferred to Boise State, where he was a starter last season. He averaged 10 points a game. I think he was like 36% from 3 on 5 attempts a game, but like 50% from the free throw line. So there are questions with his shot, despite him being a big-time volume 3-point shooter last season at a pretty efficient rate. He doesn't look like a defender at all, even though he has the frame for it. I don't know what that's about. And he kind of has some secondary creator stuff. He can do like ball screen stuff as a 4, which intrigues me. Your thoughts on Akot?
I like Akot, I suppose, but I don't really like his fit for Michigan because I think he's a non-shooter. And I think you guys need shooters. And he's not necessarily, I don't really know what I think his best attribute is probably his measurables. He used to be an even better athlete. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had a serious Achilles injury, which kind of slowed him down, derailed him at Arizona a little bit. I might have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of the same guy. I don't know. It's just not a needle mover for me for Michigan necessarily. It's a body, but he's not a shooter.
I think he is a shooter. I think he is. I know.
I think if you're getting jump shots from Akot, then you're pretty happy with what you're doing.
So I have scales with shooters because I've been arguing that his shooting is not that different from Jalen Llewellyn's shooting. And I've been saying I have concerns with Llewellyn as a shooter. But here's my thing. Llewellyn's obviously a better shooter than Akot. My problem is that I expect my point guard to be a better shooter than I expect my 4 to be. Like, I need my point guard to be a guy who averages 6 attempts a game and makes them close to 40%. I don't think Llewellyn can be that guy. He might be 6 attempts a game, might be 30% from 3 if he does that. Akot, to me, we just need 3 open catch and shoots a game. He probably is going to get more open shots at Michigan than he ever has before. And the last 2 seasons, Cart, he shot 4 attempts a game from 3 and 5 attempts a game from 3 at Boise State, made 33%, followed by 39%. Like, that's a big enough sample size that he gets shots up and can hit them. I don't know what's going on at the free throw line. probably mental. I was a career 0 for 5 free throw shooter in high school. Okay. I'm a pretty good 3-point shooter. Like that can play some games there. But I don't know. I think he could step in at the 4 and shoot for Michigan.
Yeah. Just want to let it be known that as far as 3-point shooting comes on this podcast, I am the better 3-point shooter. But also I think the thing with Akot that I think I'm trying to think what the comparison I can kind of make here is. I think that what could also be bad is that you're saying that he could do catch and shoot type things. Emmanuel Akot thinks he's going to be the best player on the team.
Maybe not a though. Like I guess
like that's how he. I feel like that's his mental makeup. That's how he operates, like a Dylan Brooks-esque type vibe. Like you have better players on the team, but you think you're the best one. So like you can do some things, but you could also like fuck the team over by like doing way too much, like not filling into a role.
So first of all, I don't think I blame him for that at Boise State. I think a guy of his talent should think he's the best player on the team at Boise State. I think he's been around guys who he's clearly not better than. He's been around talent before. He played with DeAndre Ayton in Arizona for Sean Miller. I think Michigan needs some guys who think they're the best player on the team. Like, other than Hunter, who's an alpha on this team next year? It ain't Kobe Buffkin. I don't know what Llewellyn's mentals are. Like, Terrence Williams, Michigan State fans, if they had him, would probably call him a dog, but I'm not going to project him to score like 13 a game. Like, I think Michigan needs some dudes, and Akot's a dude. If it's not Akot, it's probably Amani Bates, right? He thinks he's the best player on the team too. For the record, I'd rather have Bates than Akot. I'd rather shoot for the moon.
I agree.
Shoot for, I don't know, what's closer than the moon? The clouds?
I don't know. Sun?
Secondary targets, though, let's hit on those quickly for Michigan. Jacob Grandison is supposedly an option. I don't know that Michigan's reached out, but they should reach out. I think Grandison included Michigan on his list of like 10. He'd be purely catch and shoot. It would work really nicely next to Hunter. I said it would actually help Michigan in the backcourt. I know at Illinois, he primarily played the 4, but like you could slide guys down, and I think Granderson's comfortable enough with the ball in his hands that you could get by with like Jet and Terrence Williams and Grandison as your 2, 3, 4. You're probably fine.
Yeah, I like Grandison for just pure, like what you said, just knockdown shoot. I mean, he shot 42% from 3 last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And he's shown to be a career really good 3-point shooter. Unfortunately, I feel like one of the blue blood, big time NIL people are going to snatch him up. But I don't know, who knows? Like he could really do something for a team that's like almost there. Like you just add a 40% 3-point shooter that's 6'6". Like that's a really good ad. And he's low maintenance. You don't got to worry about him. You know what I'm saying? He's old enough to rent a car. Like it'd be a good pickup for anybody. I mean, you saw his list. He had some teams on there.
It is a little funny to me that like I all respect to Jacob Grandison. He's a great player, probably the best option other than Pete Nance in the portal right now. But like he's Jacob Grandison. Like, does that say something about college basketball that like blue bloods are now like flipping over backwards and we're actually Jacob Grandison could be the piece that puts him over the top? Like,
where's Joey Baker going?
I've watched Jacob Grandison so many times and I've never thought twice about him other than that one half he went nuclear against Michigan State.
Yeah.
And now like he's the piece that's going to separate a title contender from somebody else. It's wild, but it's true. The last target for Michigan is Justin Powell, who played at Auburn, then he played at Tennessee, he didn't play at Tennessee. Auburn, he played 10 games. He looked like the best player in the portal if you bought those numbers. He averaged 12, 6, and 5 in his freshman year at Auburn 2 seasons ago. 44% from 3 on 4 attempts a game. And then he got hurt and didn't play the rest of the year. I mean, that's like, as a true freshman, those are crazy numbers. Then he goes to Tennessee on a really good team and didn't play, I think because he doesn't play defense.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that. I think I remember asking, I think it was Cooper Watson maybe, about like why Justin Powell didn't play, because I was a fan of his coming into college as like the guy who would like do it all. And he was doing it all like as a freshman in the SEC for Auburn. And when he committed to Tennessee, I was like, oh man, Tennessee's really got something. They got Kennedy Chandler coming in. They got Powell coming in. Like they got a really good team. And he was out of the rotation for the whole year. So I still think there's something there right now, Justin Powell's a better option than Kobe Buffkin. Right now, if you're just going based off what last year was. So I think it'd be a good pickup for Michigan or any team necessarily.
It fits a lot better into Michigan's positional need than like Akot and Grandison do. Like just get a true two and let him and Buffkin play it out and see who's better. But I don't know. Third school in 3 years. I'll be interested who goes after Justin Powell at this point, if he truly has a reputation of just being a total non-defender. I still like him. I think you and I are higher on him than a lot of people are. If it's Justin Powell or Joey Baker, bye Joey Baker. Send Justin Powell in, please.
Thanks.
And can we please revisit you saying you're a better three-point shooter than me? That's just false. Don't lie.
I am.
I think you're better than me at everything on a basketball court. But if you and I got on a gun every day for the rest of our lives and shot 25 threes, I would make more than you every day.
I disagree. Can we set this up?
Please.
Inside hoop or outside hoop?
Has to be inside.
Okay.
That's the measure of a true better shooter.
I'm saying we got to set it up. Honestly, next time we're in Lansing, shout out to our boy Jake Bullock. Just got the head coaching job at Lansing Catholic. Maybe he can get us in the gym.
Keys to the gym?
Possibly. Maybe. I need keys to the gym bad. But let's stay on topic. Sorry.